Hi, I'm Nick Jeffries and you're watching New Weekly, episode 8. The comment says, great vlog today, loving Zach already. Haha, seems like an intelligent guy, great character. Regarding some live projects, I'm not too happy with the way things are going. They're very slow and we need to speed things up. 10,000 square feet, beautiful new build property. The foundations in the basement has already been built. Listen, if anyone's watching this and they've got a small subcontracting business in
100%
over our part of the world, sort of, and or even outside London, they want to travel in, get in contact. We got planning to build a basement under the footprint, a kitchen extension, a loft conversion, and a pod room.
Let's go.
So it's a new week and we're on episode 7. So it's flying by and it's really hard to keep consuming and creating new content. Don't you agree, Zoltan? Coming out with fresh ideas. So Monday morning and I'm meeting Zach at Chesham Road at around 11 o'clock. And Chesham Road is a house refurb just on the borders of, I guess, Hammersmith and Fulham, or it could even just be Fulham, just on the borders anyway. I forgot about where it is actually. So I'm seeing him at 11 o'clock, and this is just to finalise the estimate. Now, the client is a little bit unrealistic because I think we're coming in around about, I don't know, 150, 160. He wants to get it down to 100. Well, it ain't never gonna happen. So we're just gonna go around there today. He knows it's not achievable at 100. So we're gonna go around there with Zach and finalize what we can leave in or what we can take out to bring the cost down. And then back to the office. I've just been this morning working on last week's title for YouTube, and the title which I'm going to come up with, Zoltan, is branding and marketing your construction company, because we focus quite a lot on looking through the website and we're always talking about creating content at scale anyway. So branding and marketing your construction company, and then the second part of the heading would be the tender process. So it's really hard to come up with a catchy title which is also going to be a key word for YouTube, because if you come up with something which is quite standard and there's 10,000 YouTube videos with the same title, it's not going to be picked up. So we're just trying to find something unique that takes us to number 1 or number 2 or number 3 on a YouTube search. And also, what else? We had a positive comment, didn't we, last week? Someone liked, did you see it? Someone commented on the thing about Zach. Let me see what it says. Your YouTube channel. Can't think what they said now. Let's have a look. That's weird, isn't it? I've just refreshed it, and nothing's coming up down here. Look. How weird is that?
Very immediately shut down.
Yeah.
The whole YouTube, yeah.
Very, very weird.
You are in a different place, I think. It was somewhere like an analysis thing.
Oh, here they are, look. Here they are. So someone
that you really enjoy.
left a comment, and the comment says, "Great vlog today, loving Zach already. Haha, seems like an intelligent guy, great character." Well, I screenshotted that to Zach and he is really super chuffed with that one. So listen, and another one, love the channel, love the content. And there's one for Frederica, head of security, because she was talking about the dog. But listen, it's slowly creeping up, isn't it? We've got 8 likes. I think over the weekend, we've got a few more subscribers, 685. That's slowly getting there. Time consuming.
This 7 will be more funny anyway.
Yeah.
When they see that.
So Zoltan's trying to bring a bit more personality and a bit more character into his edits, bringing funny clips in. We're not going to do it all the time, just on a few. So that is what I've been doing this morning, but a little catch up what I've been doing over the weekend. So as you know, Saturdays are a day for me just to switch off and chill. And what I did, I downloaded the new James Bond on Sky, No Time to Die. I've already watched it at the cinema, but I was so, not disappointed, but it's not like a real James Bond film, is it? Because this is a spoiler. He dies. How can James Bond die? You know, I've loved James Bond since I was a little kid. Since 1966 and Goldfinger, he's always survived everything. But on No Time to Bloody Die, he dies.
Maybe they are bringing
yeah, but I don't.
009.
Yeah, but so how can it be? How can the next one be James Bond? So I watched that again at home on the sofa. Listen, it's a really good film, but it's not a James Bond film. It's more like a Jason Bourne film or action-packed.
Even he doesn't die.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. So literally, Saturday, James Bond on the sofa, horizontal, just chilling out. And then on Sunday, me and the missus were waiting for a call from Zach, because I've got a lovely sort of, it's kind of supercar, AMG GTS. And what I've been doing, I've been renting it out to a supercar company. And it's a really good return, but there's always a risk it may come back with something not right. So I was waiting to collect the car yesterday, and then I got a phone call for Zach. Well, I got a WhatsApp first, and it was an image of the back tyres. Well, there's no tread left in the tyres, so they must have been doing some donuts or something.
Yeah.
And the whole internal wall of the tyre is like stripped.
Really?
So today it's getting new rear tyres, and then it's coming back. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the car, but it's a fantastic car. It's like a matte silver AMG GTS Edition 1 Limited. 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. It's an amazing looking car, but it's really hard to drive because it's a race machine. And compared to my Tesla, the Tesla, literally you put it into D and you ain't got to think about it. You go ding ding and it drives itself. So that was that. And in the evening, what we watched, Adele. Did you watch Adele in the evening?
No.
An audience with Adele.
Yes.
Amazing. What a beautiful voice. Unbelievable. So we watched that, and then we watched I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Job done. Bed at 10. Now I'm here in the morning. So that was my weekend. That was a little catch up, and I will be heading off to this job now to see Zach. See you later. So I'm in the Tesla, just on the way to meet Zach at Chesham Street in Fulham. Now, I've had this Tesla now for 12 months. It is a Tesla Model 3 standard range, and you get around 240 miles for a full charge. Now, this is just enough to get me from Portsmouth to Fulham and back quite easily without a supercharge. I stick it on the overnight charge when I get home, and you get, if you plug it into the mains at home for 12 hours, you're going to get around 10 miles per hour, which is pretty slow. So at least once a week I've got to top that up with a supercharge, and the nearest one for me is in Liphook, Old Thorns. And for that, literally just drive up, put the charger in the car, and it takes, to get a good 100 miles, just to top it up quickly, 20 minutes, not even that. But otherwise, it's quite easy just to get home and just give it a little charge throughout the night. But I'm really happy with the Tesla. It does the job. I treat it as a bit of technology, like an iPhone. I'm not in love with it. It's a workhorse. It's a vehicle to get me to work and back, and it's really, really affordable, and the technology is amazing. So when I get onto the A3, I can literally go bang bang, and it drives itself on autopilot. So I love the car for its technology. I'm not in love with the car. It's a car, just it does its own thing. You know, I've got other cars today. I've got the AMG, which is a sporty, you know, supercar. This is just great for work. So 12 months. I've got another 2 more years left on the contract hire. So this costs me, I do above average miles. This costs me, I think, $599 plus VAT a month. But don't forget, I'm not putting any fuel in here. It's probably costing me £4 a day, £5 a day to get me to work and back. You know, before this, I had a Range Rover Autobiography Sport, and it was just hemorrhaging money. You know, I was doing £40 a day in the Rangey. Well, that £40 a day, that gets you one of these on contract hire, doesn't it? So why on earth would you have a diesel or petrol car these days? It's crazy. I know there's loads of other electric vehicles out there, but no one comes close to Tesla, in my opinion, because of the supercharge network. These are in all the major cities. There's even, you know, near my office in Fulham, Shell have taken away all the petrol pumps, and it's the first ever electric charging station in the country, and that's literally 2 minutes up the road from me. So we're very, very lucky. Would I get another Tesla? 100% would I. I've even put a deposit on the new Model S Plaid, which comes out in the UK maybe later on this year. So that is definitely going to be my next daily drive, and I just give this one to my daughter or the missus. It's on contract hire. I've done 23,000 miles in the car so far. Hasn't missed a beat. There has been a few problems because of the glass roof. Sometimes the body flexes and the whole back screen cracked. I did a video on it about 2 weeks ago. And there's also a little crack on the screen here now because, I don't know, I think it's got too much flex. And Elon Musk knocks these cars out so quickly. You know, I know when they first came out, the quality was a bit below average, but now it's fine. You've got Alcantara everywhere, beautiful, smooth. This can outperform any M3 easily. And this is only a standard. 0 to 60, 4 seconds, boom. Acceleration, awesome. So I would highly recommend anyone out there for a daily drive, especially if you're in business, to get one of these on contract hire. A Tesla Model 3, you cannot go wrong. Let's go! It's Tuesday morning and I'm stuck in a load of crap traffic coming down Putney Hill into Fulham. I've just dropped off Jemima. She's just popping into the opticians because she thinks she's going blind and she needs some glasses at the age of 18. I don't think so somehow. Well, today I've got an interview with a young project manager called, I think, Tommy or something. Not too sure, but he's coming in around about sort of 11 o'clock. We've got some serious catching up to do with Zach and some of the boys regarding some live projects. I'm not too happy with the way things are going. They're very slow and we need to speed things up. Things need to change because it's not worth keep winning these jobs and we're not performing once we get on the jobs. One thing I can't stand is lack of urgency. So what else is going on today? Not much. So when I get to the office, we'll have a little catch up. So back in the office, I have to say me and Zach has just been on a very interesting meeting with a potential equity investor for projects which we can deliver. Now, we've just been to a lovely office in Knightsbridge. They got connections with Qatari and high net worths from Dubai. Now, we priced the job up last week for them as a test, and this is for 9 units in Chigwell. So these 9 units, I think we've come in on the bill cost for 1.6 million. Now, what they've offered us today was a joint venture, a JV. And this means they will put in the equity, the deposit needed to fund the job through banks. So they'll probably be willing to put in nearly 700,000 quid into this project. Now, I think the land value is 1.2 million. The bill cost is 1.6 million circa. The GDV, the gross development value, is circa 4 million. So after we take off our fees for the finance, we're probably looking at a £1 million profit margin, which would be carved up 30 for new, 70 for the investors. So it's a no-brainer really, isn't it? You know, so they're going to put in the hurt money, the seeding money, whatever we need to get the finance. We then go to a bank and say, look, here's the project, here's the return on the investment. It's a clear over 20% return, and the banks should lend the money quite easily. So this is a great opportunity for New, and I'm really excited. I said it as we left the office, Zach, this is amazing, because they're talking about it's a long-term relationship. They want to do at least 2 projects a year with New over the next 10 years. They can put in as much as 3 to 5 million pounds for their seed money, the investment on each deal. So as we go on through the process, and 9 units for us in Chigwell, it's okay. But we want to do 9 units in Knightsbridge, Belgravia and Mayfair. So that will require more capital investment. So this is a really great opportunity. They love New, they love the brand, they loved what we can bring to the table through our knowledge through architecture, interior design, project management, construction. Obviously Zach's skills are quantity surveying. So we just said, look, any deals they have, any deals they need pricing up, send them over. Send them our way. We can give the plans to maybe Alistair Downey to do a little sketch to say, what can we do on this site? How many units? How big can we make the basement? How many square footage can we add to the property? And then once that comes back, Zach can do a little desktop study, a little feasibility to find out how much the bill cost's going to be. And we can work backwards, can't we? Land value, construction costs, potential resale values, and that will give you the percentage on the return of the money. So really excited. They've got a fantastic office in Knightsbridge, which I said to Zach on the way back, we need to get maybe even just a part of the office to rent, or even they can give it to us for free if we do some collaboration, because having a prime Knightsbridge office where we can do meetings in our own premises and maybe get a nice plaque at the front side of the door, you know, #new Knightsbridge office. Amazing. So I thought I'd share that with you. Other things, what did we do this morning? I interviewed the young junior project manager. He came in, he was a little bit nervous. He's got a degree in mechanical engineering, and he's also been working with a fit out company specialising in fitting out banks, basically, doing the data in cables and doing it. So he hasn't got much construction knowledge, but he's 25 years old, he's got a degree, he's as keen as anything to learn, right? So that potentially there may be an opportunity. Zach even said to him, look into quantity surveying, because as he's an engineer, his mind is on it and he's very good with numbers. So we've invited him back next week, because if we can get him on board as a junior quantity surveyor, this may work better for us. And then Zach has got someone in the office to help him price the work up, because at the moment it's very time consuming. Remember the tender pack I showed you the other week? Well, we've got 5 of those upstairs now, and that takes hours and hours and hours to go through each document to get the numbers right. Because if we get the numbers wrong, we may win the job, but we may not make any money out of the job. So yeah, very exciting. I'm going to go back upstairs. I think we're going to talk about Ravine Way. We need to put a letter over to the client, because there's been some price increases in mechanical and electrical supplies, which have gone crazy. You know, as you know, if you're watching this and you are a builder contractor, materials have gone up by 30, 40, 50%, especially specialist materials. And if we do a tender with a owner, that means we buy the materials up front and then we ask the client to repay in the next valuation. Well, can you imagine if the materials have gone up by 30 or 40% and the supplier wants 50, 60% up front? It's a lot, and you've got 10 jobs on the go with materials you've got to buy all the time. So cash flow is so important, and it's very important. If you are an end user out there and you are hiring a contractor, remember, cash flow feeds the beast. If you stop the cash flow, the project will slow down. On that note, speak to you soon. See ya. Let's go. Hi everyone. So it is Wednesday, and guess what? Zoltan has come down with some kind of sickness, and so has Izzy. It's been really quiet in the office today, and I've just about got round to making this video today at 3:15. I've been upstairs with Zach working on the valuation for Ravine Way, which is the 2,500 square foot dentist. Very complex, very detailed, and we're working through it line by line. One job that came in late yesterday afternoon was a project in Chickwell, 10,000 square feet, beautiful new build property, the foundations in the basement has already been built, and we are going to be working on a budget estimate today and tomorrow. And then next Wednesday at 12 o'clock, me and Zach are going to be heading over to Chigwell to meet the clients and to talk through our estimate. So that's a really great opportunity. And don't forget, we've also got the 9 new build houses in Chigwell. So it could work out quite well having 2 projects on the go at the same time. So sorry for the lack of content today. We'll be back tomorrow with Zoltan, hopefully, and Izzy will also be here. Let's go. I just think it's good to put all the cards on the table.
100%, definitely.
Why would they want a contractor on site who's unhappy, who is not motivated?
Yeah, exactly.
And we can't, there should be a limit, right? Let's say you deploy 150, 120, 100 grand into a project, but within that 14 days, we want it back straight away.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. It's all right to say,
because it doesn't fit our business model.
No, it doesn't. We don't work
because
like
our business model, realistically, it should be dealing with end users or residential houses.
Yeah, and it's easy to deal with them, isn't it? Well, it's obviously it's a bit more difficult, but it's a lot easier because you can say to the end user, listen, I need 50 grand. I've just outlaid all your joinery package.
Yeah. And commercial's not our thing. Listen, we've done it. You've done a few commercials before. I've done a couple of hairdressers, but never done. This is just. It's not fucking. It's not what we want to do.
Yeah, so we've got some really good opportunities coming up.
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, Bradley met Pekka yesterday, and that Dulles Road in North London, we went up there about 6 months ago when Carl was around.
Okay, yeah.
They wanted us to go over there and manage the fit out of these, I think it's like 27 units.
Okay.
And Carl went over there and took one of his buddies over there. I think it's just like amateur hour.
Yeah.
And they know that multi-units up to 10, 20, 30, that's not our thing at the moment. We need to get there, but now there's these 4 or 5 units at the front on the main road.
Yeah,
they quite like the idea of us doing that. It could be they may even want to sell it, so I think Bradley will arrange a JV partner.
Yeah,
possibly even our mates in Knightsbridge. And what did he say? They've got 3 million, up to 3 million quid per.
No, so they've got £10 million liquid cash.
Right. Okay.
And they're willing to do anywhere between sort of 0 to 4 million.
Well, that's 30 million pounds of a deals, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So I spoke to one of their colleagues yesterday, like they're one of their business partners, and he's talking about they want to do about 20 sites a year.
Yeah.
So like I said, the guy you was chatting to, Morgan, he's been burnt a little bit where someone, I think one of his ex-business partners has done him over or something's gone wrong, and it seems like all of us are a little bit burnt at the end of the day, ain't we?
Yeah.
We're all coming together.
Yeah. It's I think it was an amazing meeting. So positive.
Yeah. To be honest, we're just waiting on JD's architect now to give us the design for the loft.
And these boys, obviously, they don't want to come into prime London, but
No.
wouldn't they be sort of enticed into coming over here if they could grow their company?
No, they just don't want to come London.
Really?
Yeah, we that's the problem. The guys coming from sort of more north of the river, say north side of, like, say in the country, like coming from Luton, Bedford, Milton Keynes, even like Mo, our project manager. It's a bit of a journey. He comes from Milton Keynes. That's like 25. That's 25 miles further from me.
Yeah.
So, but Mo does it. But a lot of these lads, because they get regular work, they're not really interested.
So, listen, if anyone's watching this and they've got a small subcontracting business in
100%
over our part of the world, sort of, or even outside London, they want to travel in, get in contact.
100%.
We want like-minded, driven subbies to come and join our team. We're desperate. So on Tuesday, Chris is coming in the office at 4 p.m. Maybe I'll get the subcontractors in as well.
Yeah, get the boys in.
Shall I get them as well?
Yeah, they could all talk together then.
They're going to come in Tuesday morning, going to collect the key and have a look.
They haven't given us the price yet.
No, because they're a little bit nervous. Or we don't use them and we just get someone in to do the underpin, one underpin. There's one guy in Portsmouth who I know. I had a phone call and he said he's got one ground worker and one labourer free who can do underpinning. So he could come up and just do one pin, prepare it, just for the walk on glass.
Yeah.
And maybe the boys, or even Jack, can get someone up, just do the side return.
Let's go.
Right, today we're visiting our property in Fulham, which is literally a minute away from the office. We've been on this project for quite some time during the COVID lockdown, and things haven't gone to plan. We've had issues with certain aspects of the construction, and we've changed a few of our subcontractors as well. So existing, it was 2,000 square feet, and we got planning to build a basement under the footprint, a kitchen extension, a loft conversion, and a pod room. So currently we're in the front room. There was a partition here, this was taken down. We've got like a crystal sliding door here, which has been installed last week. We're going to have a sliding door here going down into the kitchen. We've got a coffered lighting system going in, the front room and this dining area. Chimney breasts have been taken out to increase the square footage. We've got a new kitchen side return, but the subbies who were here before didn't make it watertight, and unfortunately we had a lot of water coming down and all this boarding has got to come down. We're looking to get back on site within the next sort of couple of weeks to make it watertight, get the Velux windows in, secure the bifolds, and also in the basement here there was going to be a staircase going from the basement into the garden, but unfortunately it didn't work. So now the client has decided to block it up, have the garden from the full width and this is just going to be walk on glass. The boys are back next week as well. We need to get this barriered up to make sure it's all health and safety secure. The kitchen is ordered. It's ready to be installed, but look, we're a long way off from that at the moment. As I said, the basement goes underneath the full footprint. There's a temporary stair at the moment there, but I'm not going to take you down because it's a little bit dangerous. Maybe over the next couple of weeks when we get a proper staircase in, I'll take you down there then. But the basement is almost 1,000 square feet. So all these party walls have had sound insulation because the client doesn't want to hear any planes flying over, any noise from next door. You know, first fix has been done. It will need to be checked once the new subbies are in. This room will be the daughter's room, small little room. The master is next door, and to be fair, that room should have been bigger, but what happened here, this master, they wanted a little walk-in ensuite there, and obviously that was being used as a temporary welfare before. Again, welfare will be set up again in here next week. Now it's all been cleaned and tidy. I've ordered some tables, chairs, microwaves, kettles, mugs, everything's going to be in here. So when the boys start, at least they've got somewhere to chill out. So up here, this is the new staircase going into the loft and pod. This is the new pod room, tiny. This is the extension. I think it's going to be an office in here. And then this will be the ensuite. And the loft. So as you see, there's a lot to do. We need to catch up. The program's been blown out the water, but as I said, we've got a new team coming on here just to finish off these little bits, and then January we're going to be hitting it hard because the client wants their property back. They've been very patient, but we did start this during COVID. There has been dramas and tribulations along the way, but this is construction. Guess what? Nothing goes to plan, but we do our best to keep the clients informed, to make sure everyone knows, but sometimes there's things that happen and we can't control it. But yeah, this is our project in Fulham, and if you have anything you want us to look at, like this, maybe you want a loft conversion, kitchen extension, or a basement, let us know. We'll come and help. See ya. So it's 4 p.m. and we're slowly wrapping up another week on episode 8. So 2 months have gone by. So Zoltan has been, well, what do you think, Zoltan? It's gone quick, isn't it? 2 months?
Yeah, very fast. 8 episodes, wow.
But it's quite challenging, isn't it? Creating content all the time.
Yeah.
And coming up with but I guess it's not trying to come up with fresh ideas, it's coming up with just documenting what's going on during the day.
Yeah, but we're busy.
Yeah.
But just not everything you can document, that's the thing.
Exactly.
If we would have that, consistency, I can shoot everything, but at the moment we don't have that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some things like when, like we've been up there for the last 2 hours, all we've been doing is our heads down doing documents and spreadsheets, and that is not content to film. So in the meantime, what we did earlier, I visited with Zach Ellaby Street in Fulham, and this is that unmodernised house. Needs a kitchen extension, loft conversion, mansard, basement, full refurb. We met Bradley there with the investor. It looks like all systems go, and the job will be coming our way on a joint venture. So we'll be doing the construction costs at cost, plus a little bit of overhead, and we have a JV profit share. So that is going to be a really great project. 2 minutes up the road, fantastic showcase for new, and it'll be our first one with this new investor. Now, for the last hour and a half, me and Zach has been pricing up the 10,000 square foot house, new build house in Chigwell. Now, it's coming in slightly higher than what the client wants to pay, but guess what? It is what it is. How can we sort of juggle around costs? 10,000 square feet. The basement must be 3,000 square feet, with a lift on every floor, with a car lift, taking the cars into the garage. So currently we're coming in at about 1.6 million, not including second fix items. So you can imagine how much the lift's going to cost, how much the car lift's going to cost, how big the kitchen's going to be. So what kind of kitchen's going to go in that kind of house? So these are going to bump the price up. So the compromise is not doing the basement, just doing a, you know, God, that's still going to make it 7,000, 8,000 square feet, still massive house. So not doing the basement could save 300 grand, 400,000 quid. The piling on the site has already been done. So the hard work has been done already, but it's been backfilled. So all that needs to come out, and then the slab's got to go on top for the house to be built. So it's still a big expense. So the compromise is no basement and maybe no lift. We'll see how it goes. The estimate's gone back over to the clients. I've WhatsApped the client to say, look, give us a call. Let's talk through each line item. Maybe let's do some value engineering. Let's talk about not doing the basement. How badly do they want the site? Chigwell, 10,000 square foot house. I have no idea what the resale value is on that property. But rounding up, it's been a really positive week this week. Lots of different opportunities. Lots of joint venture opportunities, lots of game-changing opportunities. Holland Park looks like it coming, I've said it for the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's nearly there. I think it's about 99% now coming our way. So close. So, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you like the content, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you.
Let's go.